Here are 10 players that you need to watch at Euro 2020. The first player to watch is Austria's Sassuolo, and we'll use the sponsor for this video, OneFootball, to look at why he's such an interesting striker. On his profile, we can see he plays for Stuttgart, 23 years old, and his height is what stands out here. 200 centimeters is 6'5", and his aerial ability in the box is what makes him such a threat. In the Bundesliga, he's scored 16 goals with 5 assists. A great goal-scoring record this season, and his aerial duel win rate is 57%. When we go down to attack, we can see that 8 of his 16 goals were headed goals, which makes it the most in the top 5 European leagues. With all of his goals coming inside the box, Austria need to take advantage of this. With Marcel Sabitzer in the team, maybe there is a link up to watch here, but Sassuolo is definitely a player to watch. To see all these stats for yourself, squads for the Euros, latest news and scores, download OneFootball, the link is in the description. Next up is 19-year-old Jeremy Doku, who has just completed his first season in France with Stade Rennais after moving from Anderlecht last summer. He's one to look out for, in particular for his dribbling ability and drive to take on a defender. 110 successful dribbles was the most in League One in France, making Jeremy Doku such an entertaining player to watch. Now, whether the winger can get into the Belgian first 11 is a different story, but as a young player getting a chance off the bench, making an impact and wanting to take his chance, Jeremy Doku is a player to look out for. There's been many reports recently about centre-back Jules Koundé moving in the transfer market. The Frenchman is a hot prospect, and it's what has got him into a fantastic France squad at 22 years of age. At Sevilla, he's really impressed, even if his height doesn't really match the typical look of a centre-back. Koundé has won 118 aerial duels in La Liga, which is the 10th most. And on the ball is really what makes him a modern-day centre-back. Out of defenders, Koundé has the second most passes into the final third. If he does get a chance in the France squad, expect him to show his quality at the back. Before the next, if you could please hit the like button if you're learning something new, it helps the videos in getting found and it's very much appreciated. And if you are new, then maybe subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy the content. German midfielder Florian Neuhaus has been performing superbly at Borussia Mönchengladbach, a forward-thinking midfielder that can progress the ball really well with the quality of his passing. 177 progressive passes is the 5th most in the Bundesliga, which proves how effective his passing is, as well as 141 passes entering the final third. He's 24 now, has made 6 appearances for Germany, he's scored 2 goals including 1 in a recent friendly against Denmark. He's heavily linked with Liverpool and Bayern Munich, so the midfielder might be playing for one of the giants in football soon, so keep an eye out for him. Domenico Berardi has just had a fantastic season for Sassuolo in Italy. The right winger scored 17 and assisted 8 in the Serie A and has scored 5 goals in his last 6 appearances for the Italian national team. This guy is on fire. If Italy are to do well in this competition, then Berardi is going to be a huge part of that. A goal scorer, a chance creator, has scored 4 goals from outside the box in the league, which is the joint second most. Now 26, he's a little older than some of the younger players in this video, but that's what makes him one of the more exciting players to watch here. He could score and assist a lot. When we're talking about young prospects, then Ryan Gravenbloom is right near the top. The 19-year-old Dutch midfielder is someone I discussed in August 2019, at the time trying to break into the Ajax first team. That's exactly what he's done now though, becoming a regular starter for Ajax. He's a defensive midfielder with a well-rounded ability, but in an Ajax team that is dominant in the Eredivisie, he gets the chance to show his ability on the ball, for example his 51 successful dribbles. His height of 6'2" can make it hard for the opposition to get the ball when he's running with it. With his quick acceleration allowing him to get past players, it's what makes him a brilliant young midfielder where he's almost capable of anything on the pitch. On the big stage now though, at the Euros, definitely a player to watch out for. Pedro Goncalves signed for Sporting Lisbon, taking the place of Bruno Fernandes, and since his arrival has really shined in their team. He's forced himself into the Portuguese national team with his form in the last season. He scored 23 goals and assisted 4 times in 32 matches. Playing at attacking midfield or on either wing, he's comfortable across the front line and could be a useful player for Portugal. In a team with such attacking talent however, I fully expect him to be a player on the bench who can maybe come off to give them a goal when they need it. If he keeps to his previous form, then European clubs will start to look at him as a player to sign, so look out for him at Euro 2020. Marcus Lorete has been a part of Atletico Madrid's title-winning season in Spain, and a big part of it too. In a more attacking role there, he scored 12 goals and got 11 assists. But he's a player that can play anywhere really. For Spain, he's been playing at right back, Atletico Madrid, central midfield, attacking midfield, defensive midfield previously. Who knows what to expect from him because he has it all, and that's exactly the reason to look out for him throughout the tournament. I expect expect him to start as a right back for Spain, but maybe later in the match if they're looking for extra creativity and that goal scoring instinct, then moving Lorete higher up would be the perfect move to make. The unpredictability and top performances from him makes him a quality player. Now for someone a little older, 35-year-old Barik Ylmaz has been the striker scoring the goals for Lille as they won the French league. 16 goals scored was the 4th most in the league, 0.7 goals per 90 was the 2nd best behind Kylian Mbappe. Turkey, as stated in my predictions, are one of the dark horses along with Denmark, and Ylmaz is a big reason why. He's the captain for Turkey, scored a hat-trick against the Netherlands in March in a World Cup qualifier. They're in Group A where they will fancy their chances of winning against teams like Switzerland and Wales, especially with Ylmaz goals. Turkey as a whole are one to watch, but especially Barik Ylmaz. Jonas Wind isn't a nailed-on starter for Denmark, but the 22-year-old striker will surely get a chance after scoring 11 goals and assisting 4 times for FC Copenhagen. A player that is strong in the air, being 6'3", he has a good physical presence in the box which may come of use to Denmark. He takes up good positions away from defenders, being aware of his surroundings, which allows him to receive passes in good areas. But his all-round play is so good too. 31 successful dribbles with a 56% success rate. 36 key passes was the 2nd most for Copenhagen. He's got a lot about his game, which is also making him a target in the transfer window. A player to watch in a team which could surprise a lot of people. Please click the like button if you learned about some new players in this video, and if you did enjoy. For more analysis videos like this, subscribe to Route 1.